Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. So this is the look that we are creating today. This is a very simple, clean, fresh, girly like makeup look. This was such an easy, effortless, quick look that you could do in minutes. It's so simple and like glam still because you have this glitter. But yeah, I just love how girly and fresh it is. This video is probably going to be a little bit long and I'm sorry about that, but I feel like you guys don't mind because you guys wanted me to do a talk through video, so y'all want to hear me ramble, y'all want to hear me talk, so here I am. But before we get into the video, if you like this look and if you like watching me here on YouTube, then go ahead and give me a thumbs up, that way I know. And if you're not subscribed to my channel yet, go ahead and hit that subscribe button for me. I would greatly appreciate it. Always feel free to leave suggestions in the comments of any types of videos that you want to see in the future, and I would be more than happy to do that for you guys. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and stop rambling because this video is all about me rambling, so let's just go ahead and get right into it. So we're going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to be moisturizing my face using this Pond's Dry Skin Facial Moisturizer. Now I actually feel like I have more normal skin than dry or oily. I kind of go back and forth between both sometimes. Like sometimes I'm more oily than I am dry. Sometimes I'm more dry than I am oily. I don't know, it really just kind of depends, which is why I like to say I have more normal skin because some days I'm neither. I'm neither dry or oily. But I really do like this facial moisturizer. I use it every morning and every night, and I feel like it really does hydrate my skin. Using this moisturizer is just gonna hydrate the skin, that way our makeup will apply a lot better. I'm also gonna hydrate my lips as well, and I'm gonna be using this Best Damn Lip Mask from Nicole Guerrero. I'm not sure why Nicole Guerrero doesn't really talk about her products that much. She has like this lip mask and like some facial oils, makeup removers, moisturizers, like stuff like that, but she doesn't really talk about them that much, and I'm not sure why, but this is the only thing that I've gotten from like her brand and I love it. I don't know what's going on here. Like, where did this come from? And I even have one like right here on my chin. Why? I guess it might be that time of the month or something, but I just got smacked in the face, like, okay. So now I'm going to go ahead and move on to primer, and I actually want to combine these two together. This is the NYX Pore Filler Primer and the Milk Hydro Grip Primer. I'm going to take the NYX one first, and I'm just going to like put this right here on my T-zone mainly because this is where I feel like you can see my pores the most. You know what? I think I'm going to let this primer sink into my skin a little bit, and then later we'll do the Hydro Grip Primer, because I'm actually going to be doing my eyes first. Because the texture of this primer feels very like silky, and I don't know, I feel like if I put the Hydro Grip Primer on right after, like right away, it's probably just going to slide around. So I'm going to let this one kind of like get into the skin a little bit. So like I just mentioned, I'm going to be doing my eyes first. So I'm going to go ahead and just do my eyebrows. And as always, I'm going to be using the Joann's Beauty Dip Brow Pomade in medium brown. This is actually a really good dupe for the Anastasia Beverly Hills one. The texture of this actually kind of feels the same to me. And this one is like only $8. As always, I do have a coupon code with Joann's Beauty, and I'll leave it linked right here. You can go on their website and check out her products. She's coming out with a lot of new products and they look amazing. So if you want to check it out, I'll leave the website link in the description below. So I posted like a little poll on Instagram asking if you guys would want more like talk through videos like this, or if you would prefer a voiceover video. And literally like everybody except for like one person voted for a talk through video. So I was like, wow, okay. I usually did a lot of voiceover videos because I felt like it was faster. Like if I do talk through videos like this, I feel like it's gonna be forever because I just talk a lot. And when I'm talking while I'm doing my makeup, I don't know, it takes me longer to do. So I just felt like you guys would probably just want to watch a voiceover because it's like, okay, let's get to the point kind of thing, you know? But yeah, most of you guys said you wanted to talk through. So I was like, okay, cool. Maybe y'all like me. Maybe y'all like my personality. Like, let's talk. But thank you guys for voting in that. And if you don't follow me on Instagram, I'll leave my Instagram name right here and also in the description below. so you can go check me out there. I am a lot more active on Instagram, more than any of my other socials, and I feel like that's where I get the most feedback. So if you guys don't follow me and you want to be more active with me, then definitely check me out on Instagram. So obviously my eyebrows are looking very messy right now and not cute at all, but since I'm doing my eyebrows first, I am going to be cleaning them up with some concealer, so we don't really have to worry too much about that. If things kind of like fall out of the lines, then we'll just clean it up with our concealer. Actually, instead of concealer, I'm going to just go ahead and use my foundation. This is the same one I've been using, the L'Oreal Infallible in the shade 420. I'm going to be taking my E113 brush to carve out the brows. This brush is from shopmissa.com and it is $1. I've mentioned that in my videos before because I know sometimes, you know, brushes can be intimidating because you don't necessarily know like what brush you need for what step or like what you're trying to accomplish. But because these brushes are $1, that's why I like mentioning them. Because for my girls out there who like aren't makeup fanatics and aren't constantly like buying new makeup and testing things out or whatever, like you're just trying to get the job done. You know what I mean? Like you just need the tools to get the job done, get your makeup on, look cute, and go about your day. So I love mentioning products that are affordable, they're easy to use, easy to understand, and you know, you're not so stressed out about makeup. Because makeup should be fun, it shouldn't be stressful. So boom, there's one brow. And then I like to just kind of like blend out all of this foundation. And this is going to help pick up any extra product that's on our face right now that we don't need. Okay, so now that we've like taken forever on our eyebrows, I'm going to move on to the eyes. So you know how in my previous video I told you guys that like everything that I've gone through, like this isn't something that I've gotten past really, like I'm still going through it, I'm still dealing with it. I still deal with like depression and, you know, anxiety and doubt and all of that stuff. Like I still deal with that. So every day I still have to try to challenge myself to like overcome those thoughts and those feelings. For example, yesterday I wanted to film and I came and I sat down and I started my camera, like I started filming and everything was going fine, but literally out of nowhere I could just feel like my positive energy just like it was just like draining. I don't know if it was my depression, I really don't know what it was, but I could just tell that I was just like falling into like a sad mood or like a down mood. And I was just like, oh, okay, like here we go. This is annoying because I really wanted to film. I really wanted to like be productive and get this done. And I can just tell that it's not going to happen. Sometimes I can kind of like talk myself out of it and be like, okay, whatever, push it back and like keep pushing through. But then sometimes, like I said, you really just need to listen to yourself and listen to your body and your mind and like what it's trying to tell you. And if you really just kind of feel like, then listen to that. But I asked myself, like, you know, why am I feeling like this? And lately I've been trying to make new habits, create new routines, try like different things to see different results. Really quick before I keep going, I'm going to dip into my Jaclyn Hill palette. I'm going to just combine these two shades and then dip into this one. But yeah, like I was saying, I can't expect change if I'm not willing to change, or if I'm not willing to change like my routine. So I asked myself, you know, like, why am I feeling like this? And I realized it's because I didn't do the routine that I've been trying to stick to see change, to see different results. So that's why I kind of fell back into my like annoying down mood. Now let me kind of explain some of this in case you're a little confused. So recently I've been trying to wake up very early, from 4 to 8. That's kind of like my general time to wake up and, you know, start my day. What I've been trying to do lately is wake up around that time, and then I'll get up, you know, go to my kitchen, try to get some breakfast in and drink some coffee. and I will come into my office and I'll listen to Ron Carpenter. Now again, if you guys follow me on Instagram, you probably have seen when I repost some of Ron Carpenter's videos. So let me just show you really quick what I'm talking about. I'll go into my phone and it's this app right here, this maroon one. So this is what his app looks like when you first open it. So what I do is go into Ron Carpenter TV right here. I'll click that, and then you have all of these videos where he is just in his church preaching, just different types of series on his app. So you can go in and choose whichever one that you want to listen to. And for the longest time, I was listening to Under the Influence. He has 13 parts to Under the Influence, and that series honestly impacted me so much. Like every day I woke up, I would, like I said, eat my breakfast, drink my coffee, come into my office, and as I'm kind of just taking like that 20 to 30 minutes to myself, I listen to Ron Carpenter. And when I tell you that man is amazing, he really knows how to preach. He's one of my favorite preachers that I've ever heard of, and I like watching him preach because he's not just a preacher. Like, he's even explained it that way. Like, he doesn't just preach, he likes to teach. So he'll break down what he's talking about, what the Bible is trying to say, you know, the stories that he's talking about in his series. He'll break it down for you, and he does it in a way for you to really understand it, or at least for me personally. But when he really breaks it down and puts it in perspective and puts it into like a time frame that we're in now, in today's time, and how it relates to us now, it's just like mind-blowing basically. And it really motivates me every morning, and to me, that's like my little time with myself and with God. And to have that to start my morning, it really kind of sets the mood for the rest of my day. And I noticed that yesterday when I was trying to film, I didn't listen to Ron Carpenter that morning. And I was like, wow, like I wonder if that's kind of what, I don't know, like, you know, maybe that's what affected me, because I didn't have my time with God that morning. And, you know, I don't know, like it just kind of, like I said, it sets my day when I listen to him, and it just keeps me in like a good, positive, happy mood, because it's like a reminder of who I am in God's eyes, like who I am on this earth because God placed me here, and what is it that I need to do while I'm here, you know, like all of those things. I just have my own little conversation with God in the morning, and it just makes me feel so good. Next, I'm going to dip into this shade. This shade is called Buns. It's just a little bit of a darker brown, and I'm just going to pack this on the outer corner and a little bit on the crease. So for me, that's one thing that's really helped me kind of like stay positive, stay happy, and be in a very good mindset for the rest of the day, and really like appreciate my day. You know what I mean? Like when I wake up in the morning, I'm thankful for the fact that I even woke up. But when I get that time to speak with God and have him, you know, speak to me through Ron, like it really helps. And I want to share that with you guys because, you know, I mean, if you're not a religious person, or, you know, maybe you don't even believe in God, or you're just not close to God, maybe you don't feel like you really have a relationship with God, that's totally fine. Like, you're okay. I just feel like me here on my channel, I want to spread the word of God, and I want him to use me as a tool in this world to reach people and impact people and, you know, influence people. This is something that's helped me out tremendously. And, you know, if you're kind of in that situation too, where you're feeling a little stuck or you're feeling a little down and, you know, you don't really know where to turn or, you know, anything like that, to me, God is always the answer. He's always helped me through any battle that I've been facing, through anything that I've dealt with. It's always been God. If you guys don't go to church, or, you know, you just don't feel comfortable in a church, I would definitely recommend just downloading the app and watching it on your own time, on your way to work, on your way home from work, or, you know, with your family, with your kids, or just by yourself, whatever it is. Just take that time to relax for yourself and kind of have that one-on-one with God. And I promise you, your heart is going to feel so light. You're going to feel so like, I don't know, like that's how it makes me feel. It just makes me feel like I can take on the day. Now I'm going to be taking this dark brown right here. This is the shade Central Park, and I'm only going to focus this over here on the outer corner. But yeah, when it comes to God, like I just want you guys to understand that if you're ever facing anything, you can always turn to God. And even if not, like even if you just want somebody to talk to, you can always come and reach out to me. And if you ever have questions about anything, or if you ever just need somebody to talk to, or whatever it is, you can always send me a DM. You can text me if you have my number, like whatever it is, you can definitely reach out to me. Because like I said, this isn't something that, you know, this is something I deal with every day still, where I'm just trying to like pick myself up and do what I gotta do throughout the day and handle my business, you know. And I feel like all of us deal with that, and it's not always easy to do it alone. So if you ever need somebody to talk to, even when it comes to like mental health or anything like that, depression, anxiety, just confusion, anything in life, you can always hit me up and talk to me about it. And I am completely a non-judgmental person. I won't like air out your business or anything like that. Like I said, just find somebody that you need to talk to and somebody that can be there for you. Now that we have our eyes at this point, we're gonna go ahead and glitz them up. And here's where I'm gonna be using my Artist Couture Diamond Lights Finisher in the shade Spotlight Glitz. I'm just gonna like tap a little bit into the cap, because you really don't even need a lot. And all I'm gonna do is just like dip my finger in here. And then I'm just gonna pack this. Oh, look at that, look at that. This stuff is so gorgeous. I love it. So I didn't even like cut my crease or anything, because I want this to be very like soft and kind of blown out a little bit. So I am barely dragging it up, like I'm going towards my brow bone right here. But I'm trying to not be like super messy with it, because this can get everywhere. This is just gonna look like a very like fresh, effortless glam, because you still got that sparkle. Really quick, I'm gonna go back in with this blending brush to kind of smoothen this out a little. And this is why I did my eyes first, because you are gonna have a little bit of fallout. I mean, it's glitter, you know what I mean? So as you can see, like I have some glitter all right here. And if we had our whole face on, that would just ruin everything. So I'm just gonna take a little wipe and kind of wipe that off. So moving on, I am gonna add a little bit of eyeliner, just because I want my eyes to be a little bit defined. But literally just a little line. I'm not doing a wing or anything. In case you were wondering, this is the NYX Vinyl Liquid Liner in black. There we go, just so our eyes can be slightly defined. This is also a good trick to do when you're wearing falsies and you're not very comfortable with wearing falsies. Like, you know, you're still trying to learn how to apply them, or you have just like a really thick, oh crap, my eyeliner got thick on this eye. But you have like a thick eyelash band that isn't very easy to make look natural. All you have to do is put like a thin line of eyeliner, and then it'll kind of hide the lash band. So like even if you're a beginner and you can't get it super close to your eyelashes, or the inner corner is a little off or something like that, when you have this thin line, it kind of hides your mistakes. And going back into the Jaclyn Hill palette, I think I'm going to use this shade right here. I'm going to use that to highlight my brow bone. So we're going to pop that right here. Yeah, that's like a pretty little champagne color. Another thing that I've been trying to do that I feel like has helped me a lot is journaling. So I've seen like a lot of people who use journaling as a way to like vent and, you know, talk about their emotions without actually having to talk about it, which to me is a really helpful idea for me, because I actually have trouble with putting my thoughts into words or putting my emotions into words. Like I can't explain it the way it is in my head, or I don't know, it's just kind of hard for me sometimes. So I like to just write down what I'm feeling. I write down my thoughts. I write down whatever it is, you just write it down. And the fact that you kind of like got it out without having to speak it or without having to make it make sense, then it just feels good, you know, like, I don't know how to explain it, but I don't have like some fancy journal. I literally just have like a spiral bound like notebook, and I just write in there. Like, I don't have any specific way on how I do it. I don't have like any method to it. I actually don't even write in it every day. Like, I honestly just write in it when I feel like I need to vent, or if I feel like I'm not really understanding my emotions right now, or I'm not understanding my mindset. Like, I'll just write it down. That way I can just get it out, you know? I'm gonna go ahead and pop on my lashes. These are from Shop Israela in the style Saucy. I love these because they're very flirty. Like, they're dramatic, but they're not so dramatic that you can't see the eye look. These are probably like my everyday lash. And the other ones that I use all the time, the Chingona lashes, those are a lot more dramatic, and those I use when I want to be, you know, like, I'm here, what's up? But yeah, journaling doesn't have to be like anything difficult. You could even just use the notes in your phone just to like jot down some thoughts or some feelings really quick. And the one thing that I really love about journaling is you can like flush all your emotions, all your frustrations, whatever you're feeling, just throw it on the paper and just like jot everything down. And then later, when you're kind of like calm, collected, you're not even thinking about it anymore, you're just like, you're good now. You can go back and look at everything that you were feeling and really analyze it and really think about it. Like, okay, was I overreacting about this? Or, you know, why was I feeling this way? Or, you know, whatever. And you can like really think about where you were mentally in that moment where you were just like out of it and you just didn't know what to do, or you were just out of control. You know what I mean? Like, that's my favorite thing, because I love analyzing myself. I love looking at myself and being like, okay, what can I fix? Or where did I go wrong? So that's one of my favorite things, because like when you're mad, you're not thinking straight, or when you're frustrated, or when you're stressed out, or whatever it is, like you're just going because you're just like, ugh, you know. But when you actually can like stop and think about what you were feeling, and, you know, really kind of like have that conversation with yourself about like, okay, my feelings are valid, and, you know, there's a reason why I felt this way, but maybe I could have went about it a different way, or maybe I can handle it a different way next time, or, you know, something like that. I don't know, but I just know that that's helped me a lot, so maybe that can help you guys. I hate when that happens where you can like still see your lash glue. So what you want to do is just go back in with your eyeliner and just go, let me kind of scoot up for this. All you gotta do is just go right over it again. And this is why it helps to add the eyeliner before, because again, it kind of hides all your mistakes. You see that? Like how much better that looks compared to this eye. Please do not forget this, especially when you have like a really cute eyeshadow look. Nothing is worse than having your eyes look so good and people compliment you and people are like, oh my god, I love your eyeshadow, like close your eyes, let me see, and you go like this and you have all that crusty glue. We're gonna move right past that. So now I'm gonna go in with that Hydro Grip Primer, and I'm only gonna use like half a pump, but I don't need that much, so I'm only gonna put this on this lower half of my face. I also put a poll on Instagram asking like topics that you guys would want to talk about throughout this video and stuff, and somebody mentioned skincare, and I was like, ah! And to be honest, I feel like I'm the worst person to ask for like skincare advice, because I'm clueless when it comes to skincare, you guys. Like, I'm gonna be honest, I don't know really anything about skincare. I mean, I know the basics, like I feel like everybody kind of does, but I'm really not somebody who's like obsessed with skincare, even though I want to be. Like, it's very good to be obsessed with skincare because your skin is the most important thing other than makeup. Like, makeup, you can have the best makeup all day, but if your skin sucks, hello, your makeup's probably gonna suck. It might. With me, I don't know. But what I do use is I'll remove my makeup with this stuff. This is the Garnier Skin Active Micellar Cleansing Water. And it says it's an all-in-one, waterproof, removes makeup, even waterproof mascara, cleanses, refreshes, and it's for all skin types, even sensitive. So this is what I use to take my makeup off. And then I'll go in with this face wash right here. This is the Clean and Clear Essentials foaming facial cleanser for sensitive skin. I really like this one because I feel like it actually does clean my face, and then usually after I use a toner. So I have been using this one. This is honestly like a random toner. I don't even know if it's that good, but it's the Up and Up Deep Clean Toner. But then I also have this one that I've used. This is the Pacifica Cosmic Renew AHA and Hemp Resurfacing Tonic. So again, I'm not a super like skincare fanatic, so I kind of don't even know what a tonic is, but I got it and I've used it, and I mean it's cool, it works. But one thing that I did want to mention that I use for like when I have breakouts like this is this guy. This is the Clean and Clear Advantage Acne Spot Treatment, and this has worked for me. On days that I have breakouts like this, I'll just put a little bit on there and it dries it up. Usually within a couple of days, it'll at least be flat to where if I put makeup on it, you won't even know it's there. But if you guys have like skincare recommendations, please leave them in the comments so you can teach me something, and anybody else who is looking at the comments can also probably learn something from you as well. I need to take my skincare a lot more seriously, but I don't know, I'm broke, so I haven't bought a lot of makeup to begin with in a long time, and I honestly haven't bought any skincare in a long time. So when I get my coin up, I'm gonna go ahead and purchase some really good skincare. So if you guys have any recommendations, please leave them in the comments or let me know on Instagram or whatever, but I would love to know what you guys use because yeah, I need some help, obviously. Another topic that somebody wanted me to talk about was what type of makeup. Oh, I hate when I get foundation on my shirt. But somebody asked like makeup to wear to a ballpark or like a baseball game or, you know, a Ranger game or something like that. Like what kind of makeup would you wear? Now, again, to be honest, I'm really not the most knowledgeable person when it comes to makeup. I'm gonna be real. Like, I'm good at makeup, but I don't know everything, and I don't claim to know everything. But I do have tips, I guess, of like what I would normally do if I'm wearing makeup to a baseball game. Let me tell you this, like I said, I don't have like super dry skin and I don't have super oily skin. But I sweat like a pig. Like, it's gross. I sweat so bad and I sweat from my face. Like, yeah, my body will sweat a little bit, but it's not like super gross or really bad. I sweat like a normal person, I guess. But my face is like melting. Like, I drip sweat from my face, and it's so annoying because I work so hard to try to get my face looking right with my makeup, right? And then when I'm sweating, it's like it's melting off my face. So I know a lot of you guys have been to a Ranger game before, or just a baseball game in general, and you know, in the summer, girl, it is hot. Like, you're just sitting there baking in the sun, and you know, yeah, what kind of makeup do you wear when you're just melting in the sun, right? So basically what I would recommend, I think it all begins with your skin type. If you have really oily skin, you know you're gonna get oily, you know you're gonna sweat, and your makeup is just gonna slide around your face, because that's what happens to me. So knowing that, you want to go ahead and probably get a really good primer. So I probably would recommend this one. Like I said, I haven't used it in a situation where I've been to a baseball game and it's like withstood the game or anything like that. I haven't been to a game in a long time, but I did use this primer when I went out for my boyfriend's birthday, and we were in the club, you know, we were getting lit, getting cute, and I'm gonna go ahead and conceal really quick as we continue talking. This is the same concealer I've been using, the L'Oreal Infallible Full Wear Concealer in the shade Cashmere. I did use that primer while we were at the club, and yes, I was sweating like a pig per usual, and I went to the bathroom, and of course my makeup was separating a little bit, like right here on the bridge of my nose. That always happens to me no matter what I do with my makeup. If I am somewhere where I'm like, where it's very hot, or I'm sweating, or I'm moving a lot or whatever, my nose is always going to separate first. So anyways, when I was using that primer, I could tell on the rest of my face, it actually worked pretty good to like hold on to my makeup. So if you're somebody who has like normal to even dry skin, and honestly I would probably try it with oily skin. Use that to see if it really locks onto your makeup and makes it last as long as possible. Or even go to like Ulta or Sephora and ask the girls that work there, like, what kind of primer can I use to make sure that my makeup is not going anywhere, you know? Because again, I actually don't have a lot of primers, or I haven't tried a lot of primers that are like bulletproof for sweat. But I would try the Milk one just to see, you know, maybe that'll hold on to your makeup a little longer. But one thing I do recommend is if you know you're going to be in an area where it's very hot, try to wear the least amount of makeup as possible. Like when it comes to foundation, I actually probably wouldn't even wear foundation, to be honest with you. Now, if you're somebody who doesn't feel comfortable doing that, go ahead and just, you know, put your foundation on, but just be very, very, very light with it. Use a very small amount, like a very small amount at a time, and, you know, try to blend it out as much as you can, because the more makeup you have, the more issues you're gonna have. So like if your makeup starts separating, if you're caked on with makeup, it's gonna look horrible. It's gonna look disgusting, and yeah, that's very embarrassing. But if you have just like a tiny amount of makeup on and it starts smearing or whatever, you can kind of like touch it up just a little bit and it won't be so bad. But yeah, normally I would actually probably just skip the foundation, go in with some concealer, just a little bit, blend it out, and add a lot of powder. I would powder the shiznit out of my nose, because again, like I said, my nose is the first thing that's gonna start separating when I start sweating. And my lip, like my upper lip, this area right here, even my brow, like right in between my eyebrows, it's so bad. Like I start sweating and my makeup's coming off right away. So powder the crap out of that. Like try to make sure that you really are setting the makeup that you're placing in that area, that way it doesn't budge. With that too, you really want to get a good setting powder for your skin type. Now if you're somebody who's super dry, you may not want like a mattifying setting powder or a mattifying foundation. You want to get something that may be a little more dewy. But again, if you're really dry and you're going to a baseball game, you know, you are still going to kind of be sweating, so you may be able to pull it off. And if you're wearing something dewy, you're probably going to look super oily. I don't know. I'm sorry if this advice is trash and like doesn't help you at all. But again, I don't know everything. I'm sorry. I love this concealer though. It works so good. It makes my skin look so good. So I'm gonna just go ahead and set. Just pop this right under here. So again, like I was saying, I would like literally go like this with a bunch of powder and make sure that my nose isn't going anywhere. And if you feel like your nose is looking way too powdery, all you have to do is go in with some setting spray, and that will give you a lot more of like a natural finish, and it won't look so like matte, I guess, and like powdery, because that's not a cute look either. But setting powder always saves the day. Again, I would like set the crap out of my forehead too, because again, that's another area where I really tend to sweat a lot. And you definitely want to make sure that you avoid touching your face. If you're out somewhere where it's really hot, like a baseball game or at the club or just out in Texas in the summer, because I've noticed that when I touch my face, like if I'm sweating and I'm like trying to catch it, you know what I mean, and try to take the sweat off, it actually picks up my makeup and I'm left with these like blotchy spots, which is super annoying. So I've just kind of learned to not even bother touching it. Like don't touch your makeup if you're sweating, just leave it alone and just like fan yourself, or, you know, go somewhere that's a little bit cooler, so that way your skin can kind of just like, it's not moving around, and when you cool down, it just kind of stays where it's at. You know what I mean? So now I'm gonna go ahead and bronze, and as usual, I'm using my e.l.f. light medium palette, and I'm gonna take the darkest shade and just bronze this baby up. And in case you were wondering, this is another brush from Shop Miss A. This is the F13 brush. I feel like this is perfect for contouring or even blush. This would be like a really good blush brush. Blush brush. Another topic question was kind of like how I got into makeup and art, and you know what that has been for me in my life. And honestly, I feel like I've always been into makeup since I could remember, since I was little. I just loved being girly, and my mom and my sister actually weren't very into makeup as I was growing up. My mom and my sister were very athletic. They both played soccer growing up, like their entire life. So I felt like that was one reason why they weren't really into makeup, because to them it was like, what's the point? Like, I'm about to go play soccer, I'm gonna go to practice, and it's all just gonna like melt off my face in a way. So like, why? And you know, just everybody in my family in general has always been like very natural, and then there comes me, you know, glam. No. But I don't know, even just like watching my sister get ready for school in the morning, when she would just like put some mascara on, some blush, and like some lipstick or something, that alone I was like, oh my god, like I want to do that, you know. Like I always wanted to play around with makeup, and I just found it so interesting, so girly, and just fun, you know. I remember growing up, I used to always like, even like getting my nails done. My mom would always get her nails done, and they always looked so freaking cute. Even my sister, she always had her nails done, and I remember always asking my mom, like, Mom, can I get my nails done? And she's like, no, not till you're 15. And I was just like, seriously? Like, I'm like freaking 9. Like, I want to get my nails done already. And I remember my mom used to actually take me with her to go get her nails done. And she would be like, okay, you can pick one nail per hand to get done. And I know that sounds so like, what? But I used to be like, girl, I'm taking it. I'll take whatever I can get. So obviously, being a little like 9-year-old, I was like, if I can get one nail done, what nail do I want to get? Like, I could get my pointer finger and be like, you know what I mean? But in my mind, I was like, I want to get my biggest nail, which are my thumbs. Like, this is the biggest nail, so I don't know, I want my thumbs done. Yes, girl, I was in like freaking 2nd grade, like showing that thumb off, like, you know, and like all my little friends would be like, oh my god, you got your nail done? I'm like, yes, my nail. One nail, my nail is done. And I felt like the cutest little girl. It sounds so stupid now, like why in the world would you get one nail? But hey, my mom let me, so I was like, I'll take it. But I've always been like very like girly and, you know, stuff like that. But now when it comes to art, I feel like that is just in my blood. My dad is an amazing drawer. He can draw so well. Like, he's even said it. He's like, I can just look at something and draw it without tracing, without, you know, anything like that. Like, he can just take an image and draw it out of memory, or just by looking at something, he can draw it on another piece of paper. And not only that, but to scale. He'll draw it the same size or even smaller or bigger. Like, he's just an amazing, talented person. And I've always looked up to my dad because of that. Not only that, like my brother can draw pretty good. My uncle Stevie is a tattoo artist. I know most of you probably know who my uncle is, because actually a lot of my friends have gone to my uncle to get tattoos before. Really quick, I'm gonna go in with some blush. This is the Milani Blossom Time Rose Blush. But yeah, a lot of my friends, Joseph, my boyfriend, his brother, his cousins, like a lot of people I know have gone to my uncle to get tattoos. And my uncle is an amazing artist. Ever since like growing up, he used to go tagging, he used to do graffiti, he's done murals on buildings, and you know, his work is all over Dallas and stuff, and he's just an amazing, talented artist. And so I don't know, I just kind of feel like it's in my blood that I'm creative and I can draw, and you know, I have this like ability to see things in a different way that others may not typically see. And I kind of just feel like that's just me, you know, like I was bound to be a creative, girly, makeup, like drawing artist person. But yeah, if you guys don't know who my uncle is, I'll leave his Instagram name right here. It's Tattoo Stephen G. And he's based out of Oak Cliff in Dallas. And like I said, he is an amazing tattoo artist. And my mom as well. My mom, My mom is so creative. She loves interior design, and she can walk into a house and be like, I know exactly how I want to decorate it. My mom is so amazing when it comes to interior decorating, and she loves going to like antique shops, finding like really cute antique pieces, and she just makes it work. Like sometimes there's things that my mom picks out and I'm like, I don't really see it. Like, I don't think that would match, or I don't think that would look cute. And she's like, girl, trust me. Just trust me. And then when it's done, I'm like, you did that. Like, my mom has an amazing eye for certain things. So I feel like when you take my dad's creativity and my mom's creativity and you put that together, you get me. And I'm like, hey, like, I just love that I have very two creative, open-minded, loving parents that helped me understand who I am as an artist. And I think I owe a lot of that to my dad. I'm gonna just redo this lash because it's getting on my nerves. That's why I always believe in just doing what you love. Like, no matter what it is, just do what you love. Even if you don't do that for a career, even if you don't do that like to pay your bills or whatever, but you're doing something that you love. You're doing something that makes you happy, and you believe in it, and you believe in yourself, you know? That's why I'm so passionate about being true to yourself, being true to who you are, because thanks to my dad, he helped me realize like who I am and how to stay true to that. And, you know, same for my mom. Like, I love my parents with all my heart because they've helped me so much throughout life. And all the art that I have made in school, I've basically given to my parents. Like, when I was taking ceramics and stuff, all of my stuff, I'll insert some pictures like here on the screen, but all of my stuff that I made, I gave to my parents, and my mom like has it around her house. And, you know, she gets compliments on my stuff all the time. People will ask her, like, where'd you get this or whatever? Because they know my mom likes to shop at, like, antique shops or, you know, places like that. And she's like, oh, my daughter made that. Or, like, you know, and it just makes me feel so good to know that, like, I can give a piece of my art to them. And, you know, I don't know, it just makes me happy. So we're going to go ahead and finish up by spraying with some setting spray. I need to go get some more, I'm running low. This is the Milani Make It Last setting spray. So now I'm gonna go ahead and highlight, and I'm gonna be taking my Artist Couture highlight in the shade Yes! And this is more of like a pinky toned highlight. So I really like this highlight, but sometimes, I don't know what it is. Like, if I turn this way, can you see it? You can kind of see like there's something there on my face and it doesn't look good. I think it's because of like my skin tone. I don't know, it just like doesn't want to work with my skin tone very well. So what I like to do is to add a little bit of Illuminati, and this one's a little bit like of a golden color, and I feel like it just matches my skin tone perfectly. So I'll put this a little bit on top, and I don't know, it just, to me it looks a little bit better. And it doesn't look like the highlight is just like sitting on top of my face. Ooh, look, like you see that dark spot right there? That's what that's what it does sometimes. Like I said, I just feel like it doesn't match with my skin tone sometimes. So when I place Illuminati on top, it just, I don't know, it kind of fixes it for me in a way. Maybe it's just in my head, I don't know, but this highlight is just a little bit darker than my skin tone, so that's why it shows up a little dark sometimes. Now I'm going to go back in with that Spotlight Glitz that we used for our lid, and I actually just want to pop some on the inner corner. You want to be very careful though, because like I said, this does fall out everywhere. You just use like my pinky finger and pop that right here. Whoa. Whoa, you see that? That's so freaking pretty. And I'm gonna just like connect it with the top too. Look at that. That's gorgeous. Boom. I love that. And now for lips, I'm using the same lip liner I always use. This is NYX lip liner in the shade Need Me. And then on top of that, I'm going to be using my Milani lipstick in the shade Nude Cream. Oh, this might be my new favorite combination. I haven't used this lipstick in a minute. And there you have it, you guys. That completes this makeup look. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I feel like this video might be a little bit long because I am just talking a lot. I really enjoyed just sitting here talking with you guys. So I will be trying to do a lot more talk through videos. If there's anything that you guys would like me to talk about more or things that you would want me to touch on, definitely leave me some comments or send me a DM on Instagram. Again, I'm way more active on Instagram, so you could definitely reach me there. But thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today and creating this beautiful look. I sincerely appreciate all your love and support. It means the world to me, just the fact that you guys are here watching my videos. I really appreciate it, so thank you guys so much again. If you guys did enjoy this video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. That way I know. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. But thank you guys so much for watching. I love you, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.